going to be gender in 150 years, and basically our opinion with a bit of disagreements, but we came to a shared opinion that in the future there will be so many variations that it will be impossible to define just you're male and female, you're gay, you're straight, and all things related to gender, not only to sexuality and attraction.
Yes,
It's not only about attraction towards a specific gender, it's also about how you feel your own gender. People judge the gender of a person concerning basically three main areas. One is aesthetical, so like the way you dress, what you buy. Because if you think about it, everything in the world is customized to be either for men or for women. So you clearly have a men perfume and a female perfume, men colors, female color, and things like this. And then this is aesthetic. Then you have physical, which is the way your body is, which can be a bit more masculine or feminine, although maybe you're a girl. And then there is the psychological aspect. So the way you feel your own gender and maybe also your own sexuality. But it's mainly about gender. And then with this, after coming up with this, getting to this conclusion, basically we created a system where you can define your spectrum, your own spectrum for each of. So we are used to perceive gender as a line. So let's say you have the two extremes. And let's say there's something in the middle, something undefined, but usually we just see, the extremes really big. And what is in the middle is, it's not really considered. So what we thought about was that you could, in a way, define your spectrum, your own spectrum. So you have, for example, for aesthetic gender, for the aesthetic part of gender, let's say that this point is the most masculine you can imagine, and this you can imagine. So it's always a relative scale, and this is the most feminine, and this is the most in between. So, and then let's say you are asked to define 2 points on the spectrum. So you out of 10, let's say, I don't know, maybe. So you say I'm here, I'm 2 feminine and 6 masculine. And then you do the same for psychological. And for physical.
Okay. And for example, for psychological, what is it based on how you feel?
How you feel about the gender.
But so, based on society's gender, then.
Yeah. Then there's always let's say there is always it always goes around the general conception of what is considered to be male and female. Let's say but then if I'm a girl, I can for myself I can say that I feel I'm a woman. But I also feel a bit that some things are not that I would say are more masculine or are not. I don't know. Sometimes I don't get worried about a lot of stuff that a lot of girls would get worried about. So in that sense, I would define, or I don't even think about getting worried about that stuff. And then I might define that as more masculine. So it's always a relative scale. It looks a bit mathematical, but it's very relative all the time. So then, let's say you define your points. I'm making it random. And then, to visualize it and to give it the idea that everyone then will have a bit of a unique shape instead of having black and white, you put this into you have to imagine this is a 3-dimensional, so I'm doing this from your perspective. And so as if it's a three-dimensional area. You have two horizontal axes and one it's vertical, and then you say each of these lines corresponds to each of these parameters. So then you fix your points. Let's say like this, and then you bring the lines together, and you have a polygon. And this is gonna be, the idea was that everyone will have its own shape.
Okay.
And also, the thing is that this shape could change every day, because maybe one day you feel much more masculine, and the day after you just feel much like a girl.
So it's really playing with the gender and this idea that it's gonna
that
be...
it's never fixed, that it's not about boxes, but it's about a more malleable thing.
Yeah.
And it's really true. So now I'm trying to find a way that makes it a bit more personal or human, more close to the person.